Okay, so a question we get all the time here at Scooters Lawn Care is, what is a good privacy hedge for my home? With a lot of houses being close together here in Southwest Florida, people are trying to create something natural that isn't just a fence, that adds a little more of a, not so industrial, but more of a landscape feel to your backyard to create that privacy, but also give it a natural outside feel and aesthetic with a beautiful landscape, really. And so that's a loaded question. There's several different options. Some of them are better or worse or more maintenance, but some of our common go-tos are one, Clusia. It's an awesome shrub. It is something that is really, really easy to take care of, and it's resilient. And when I say easy to take care of, meaning you don't have to baby it much, but it grows like crazy. And so that means you have to trim it. And that's specifically if you want to keep it a certain width or a certain height. And this specific shrub is going to make a great privacy wall, but it is going to grow fast and it's going to grow wide. So if there's width requirements, it is maybe not ideal for that. But here again, I've seen it managed right next to a lanai, heavily trimmed on both sides, still be 9 foot tall and look beautiful. So it's all about the maintenance. It's a really, really resilient plant. Next, there's Podocarpus. Now, Podocarpus isn't going to grow as fast as Clusia. Clusia is going to give us that grow from 3 foot to 6 foot in a year or less. And because it's got 3 to 5 feet of growth under perfect conditions in a year, Podocarpus isn't going to grow that fast, but it's going to be very easy to maintain it, very, very thin or narrow. So if you don't have much room, it's a perfect shrub to create that wispy wall. It will get full where you can't see through it. It's just going to take longer. So where Clusia, you can plant them a little further apart. It's going to fill in width and height faster. Podocarpus is going to do that much slower. So you may need to plant more to really achieve that desired aesthetic you want in the time you want to achieve it. Next is going to be Areca Palms. These are a natural edge border that a lot of people use to create that privacy wall. I've got them on my property. Here again, kind of like Clusia, they grow like mad, they get really wide. And then they have the downside of, without a lot of maintenance and keeping everything cleaned out of them, they can become a rat's nest. They can become an area to be a haven to pest and varmint. And so they're probably my least favorite, but when taken care of, they can be awesome. And they're technically like the weed of palm trees. They grow like crazy, they grow anywhere, and they are super, super resilient. They can be really, really obnoxious if you need to remove them in the future because the stumps can get really, really big, but they still fit the purpose. My suggestion though is, if you want to use Areca Palms, you want the biggest yard where they stay far away from the house, and if they make a little bit of a mess, it's not that big of an issue. If you're going to do Clusia, kind of the same thing. You want to have more room because they're going to get really, really wide unless you really heavily maintain them. And if you don't want to fight that, if you got a huge backyard and you want some privacy, they're a great plant when you don't have to worry much about the width because they will get big. And then finally, if you're worried about that width, but you still want the height and you want it to be easier to maintain because it doesn't grow as fast or need as much trimming, Podocarpus is an awesome option. Now, there are a lot of other plants that will get tall and will give you privacy, but these specifically, you can get at a good height very easily, 5 or 6 foot tall, just starting off, and they make an awesome wall while giving you whatever that desired aesthetic is for your property as well. All of them have a little bit different of look, so we can make them fit into the landscape accordingly, and then do whatever other things that need to be done to not just make this look so formal. It can also look informal depending on what the looks of your house require. If you're looking for privacy in your back lawn here in Southwest Florida, these 3 options are awesome. We can talk to you about more, but these are our go-tos.